We've reached the part of the podcast where we're talking some CFL, and who better to come on than the man, the myth, the legend, XFL Jim. This time of the year, CFL Jim. Jim, how you doing today, my man?
Doing great, Eric. I had a pretty fun week last week. It was a good time for old Jim. Had a
Okay, I'm
blast.
gonna vent. I should have been fucking perfect. Those goddamn Tiger Cats. Like, I'm here watching this game. They were dominating this game. And then it was some of the most JV level stupidity that I saw. The roughing the punter, not going for it. It's like, what are you doing? They were in total control of that game.
How many times last year, Eric, did we see Hamilton just find ways to lose?
They were dominating the game so much, I didn't think
Yep.
that was a possibility at that time. They gave up 24 straight points to lose 24-14 and not get a first down in the fourth quarter.
It was disgusting how bad that was.
It was absolutely brutal. I had Calgary plus the 9, Hamilton plus the points, and Saskatchewan plus the points. I was 2-1 last week. Felt really confident. I should have been 3-0. Before we jump into everything, obviously, we have our power rankings we have to give out 1 through 9. 9, no surprise, we probably both have the Elks, right?
It's still the Elks. It's still the Elks. Didn't play last week, didn't change.
8.
It's either Ottawa or Hamilton. I want to kind of put Hamilton right now with the situation.
I put Hamilton out of spite.
I'll put Hamilton too.
I put a Hamilton, a spiteful 8. 7, yep. Assuming you have Ottawa.
I have Ottawa.
6.
Saskatchewan.
I have Saskatchewan too. 5.
It's still probably Montreal.
See, I have Montreal, Calgary. I've scratched it out 4 or 5 times.
They're right there. They're right there.
Yeah. So they're 4 or 5. 3.
Man, what a shakeup in the top 3 this week. Probably Toronto right now.
I put BC.
I can see that too. You know what? Yeah, let's put BC there because they at least have the head-to-head.
2, I put Winnipeg because Winnipeg did lose to Toronto.
They did. Man, they dominated BC though. I guess it was not a Vernon Adams BC, to be fair.
So, I think, mine is Toronto, Winnipeg, BC, Montreal, Calgary, Saskatchewan, Ottawa, Tiger Cats, Elks. I think we basically have the same.
We basically do have the same one.
Now, the recording of this is coming out on Friday morning. We're actually going to do a video today. So the video is coming out on Thursday. So we're going to be able to talk about the Elks hosting Winnipeg. I'm looking online right now, and I am seeing a 12. Elks getting 12, over under 45. Whew. What say you, my friend?
Call me a fool, Eric. Do it. Call me stupid. Call me a fool. Give me Edmonton plus 7 first half.
You know what? I like that. I think that's the way to go in this game. I think you have to fade Winnipeg, even though they're one of the better teams in the league after that beatdown of BC. You got the Elks at home, off the bye. I'm on Edmonton plus 7 for the first half, and Jim is on Edmonton plus 7 for the first half as well. That's a great bet, my friend.
I'm also going to bet the over 45 in this game.
Jim is betting the over 45 on the Elks and Edmonton. Next game, Friday night. We are looking at Saskatchewan against Montreal. Line currently is, I lost my lines. Here we go. Montreal laying 5, over under 44.5. What say you, my friend?
I'm seeing a 5.5, and you know what? With the hook, I'm going to take Saskatchewan here. I get that we want to fade them after coming off of that win, but I don't think they win, but I think they're good enough to cover the spread.
Mason, their quarterback, he looked pretty good.
He looked decent, yeah.
He looked good. He looked good. And I'll tell you what, like, I just don't like this Montreal team.
I like them well enough. I think they're a fine team, but I think 5.5 is too much.
And one of the things I like doing when I bet is I like fading a team after they won a game, and I don't mean to be a dick, they shouldn't have won.
This is also Cody Fajardo revenge game for Montreal and Saskatchewan. This is lovers' quarrel. I'm gonna take the Rough Riders plus the 5.5. That's
damn right you are, dude. But hey, you know what? Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Fuck Cordy Fajardo.
Whoa. I do like music.
I'm sorry.
He's done a lot for me. I've been a
Cody. I
Fajardo
apologize.
fan.
I got caught up in the moment.
I've been a Fajardo fan. I like me some Cody.
I got caught up in the moment. My apologies. I'm gonna pass this game. I'm gonna use my pass.
Not a bad idea.
Next game. Calgary going to the BC Lions. Calgary getting 6.5, over under 45.5. Now, am I crazy here? Am I crazy, Jimbo? To be laying the points with BC here and the bounce back?
Let's check out the status right here. It looks like Vernon Adams is back, but he's coming off a knee injury. We saw how much better they looked with Adams. That's undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
But coming back after a week off of a knee injury, that seems like a lot of points.
That is a lot of points, but you're getting Calgary after they just beat Toronto.
That too, I would I'm staying away from the spread.
Okay.
I lean towards BC. I lean Vernon Adams coming back and this team just dominates. I would lean towards BC. I might end up betting BC by the time Saturday rolls around, but right now it's just a lean.
My thing is this.
Will bet the over 45.5. I don't care. I think this is going to be an offensive game.
My thing is this. I felt last week, there were some real good spots we could attack.
It's hard. We've seen this so many weeks in the CFL. It's like every other week in the CFL is like just brutal to find spots to go for.
And I really think like right now, I'll be honest, the only spot to me that's jumping off the page is the Elks for the first half. And maybe BC for the game, laying the points. If you can get under the 7.
I'll take them. Because it's going to probably get to 7. It will probably get to 7 by Saturday.
And for me, how I look at this, do you trust Montreal? Let's just take out the X's and O's and let's just answer these questions. Do you trust Montreal yet to be winning with margin of more than 3 points?
No. Depending on the team. If they were playing like the Elks, maybe.
Do you trust? And then you factor in the Cordy Fajardo revenge spot.
Well, not to mention, I think Saskatchewan could be. I mean, they lost the week prior to Toronto, but they could be kind of like getting a little interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, and then in terms of the Rough Riders, do you trust Mason Fine?
I'm a Mason Fine fan. I like Mason Fine. I trust him as much as. Again, a lot of it comes down to how does the offensive line protect him. I don't know if I fully. Like, Montreal's defensive front is good, but I think Mason Fine will be good enough to keep it close.
So here's it. Okay, now let me ask you this. Looking at Mr. Fajard, Mr. Cody here. Game log. All right. Where are we at here? He's gone 261, 291, 270, 297, 281, 158 against Calgary. Had 318 against Hamilton. No props are up yet. But let's say it's at like at 250, 260. Would you take that over?
Saskatchewan's defense is pretty good. I don't think so. I like kind of betting unders in their games too. I think I accidentally said I'll bet the over in this game. I'm going to bet the under in that Montreal Rough Riders game.
All right, so
under 44.5.
So you don't like the revenge spot then? Because like usually we're just talking like NFL DFS. To me, it's always like
just ball out.
Yeah, you play the revenge spot. You know, is this something we look to do in props and a prize pick?
Maybe, but the whole thing with Fajardo, at least, is anytime they've played a good defense, his stats haven't been crazy. And I do think Saskatchewan, for all their faults, does have a good defense.
I like how we started talking about BC, then we went back to your boy Cody, dude. My bad. Last game. Now, is there an injury with Toronto we don't know?
Let's see. No, he's been full practice. Potential ankle injury for Chad Kelly.
So that's probably why the line is off.
He has been a full participant, though.
I'm looking right now. Ottawa's getting on one book 7.5 over under a 44.5. What say you, my friend?
I mean, it's tough. If Chad Kelly's 100%, I'm taking Toronto. Right now, I would probably lean towards Ottawa, but man, I do not trust anything Ottawa shows at offense. Right now, I'll probably just bet the under.
What would Crum's rushing prop need to be for you to get involved? Last 3 games, 21 against Saskatchewan, 82 against Hamilton, 63 against Calgary, 103 against Winnipeg.
He's definitely a running quarterback. It all depends. 40?
40? Okay. Right. So
anything under that, I'm playing the over.
Let's review this here. My bets for the week, I think I'm going to go Edmonton Elks +7 for the first half. And I'm going to take Cody's passing yards over as long as it's not more than 275.
I am going to go with you, Edmonton Elks +7 first half. I'm going to go with the Saskatchewan Roughriders +5.5. I'm not going to touch the total in that game. Oh, sorry, back. Elks Bombers over 45.
Okay.
Roughriders +5.5. I'm going to go BC minus the 6. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to stand by my laurels. Yeah. I'm going to take BC minus the 6. And I will go over 45.5 in the Calgary-BC game. And then, honestly, I really don't want to touch Ottawa-Toronto. Really don't want to touch it. If I touch anything, if I'm touching anything, I'm touching the under. What was that total again?
44.5.
I'll bet the under. I'll take the under.
Punters are people too, Jimbo. Punters are people too. Jim, I'd like to thank you for coming on talking some CFL. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you on social media?
You guys can find me everywhere at XFL Jim, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm all over. I got a lot going on, a lot cooking.
Make sure to give my boy Jim a follow. Let's cash some tickets, man. It's been a good year in the CFL. Let's keep it going, my man.
Let's cash it, baby.
I look forward to talking to you next week. Best of luck this week, my friend.
Yes, sir.